Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to do a friendship reading for Jennie and Lisa. On this side we're going to have Jennie and on this side we're going to have Lisa. that kind of rhyme. I have a structure for this, so I have my paper right next to me to figure out how the order goes. The first card is going to be just one card to tell us the general energy or connection that Jennie and Lisa have. So, we got Vertigo with whatever you choose will be correct. So this makes me think that they both have a pretty versatile relationship, one that is very changeable, I was gonna say, very dynamic, one that adapts very easily, one that is free-flowing and constantly changing. That's kind of what I get. And with the key, I do feel that they both have always key information to help the other one. So they're able to, like, it may sound weird, they're both very good at, like, pushing each other's buttons, not in angering each other, but, like, to, like, reprogram the other person and, like, unlock new abilities for the other one. That's kind of what I'm getting with the visuals of the key, right? It's making me think of, like, opening locks, unlocking new abilities, improving some sort of way. But whatever you choose will be correct. Makes me think that whatever relationship Jennie and Lisa have is a type that is very beneficial for both of them, very helpful for both of them. So yeah, let's take out a card to represent each one of them. So one card to represent Jennie in this relationship. We have the High Priestess. And one card to represent Lisa in this relationship. Or two, that's fine as well. Oh, we have the Magician and the Six of Wands. Well, the Magician's reversed though. And it's out of focus. Okay. So the card that represents Jennie is the High Priestess. The High Priestess talks about someone that is pretty in tune with their intuition and their emotions. So this tells me that in this relationship, Jennie is the one that she just kind of knows things. She just feels things to be true, or she understands her gut feeling very well, or she hears or listens to her heart very closely. So if there's a gut feeling of something's wrong or something has to be said, she just knows it. She just understands it. She's aware of it. She's able to bring stuff from her subconscious up to her own awareness, or she may be very good at helping Lisa bring that into awareness. So all I'm saying is that Jennie is very perceptive. I do feel that Jennie has a very good eye for people. Like, she just looks at people and she kind of already figure out what the person's feeling, or maybe get an idea of what they could be thinking based on how they're acting, based on how they're presenting themselves, with their physicality. Is that a word? I think it is, but through their body movements and their tone of voice and all of those things. Jennie's very good at looking at those little details about people, so she's very perceptive in that sense. But with the High Priestess, it kind of shows, it's the moon, and the moon in astrology usually symbolizes our emotions, our intuition, our subconscious, that side of ourselves that we don't really show to other people, but we're fully aware. Well, not fully aware, but we see ourselves in that light because it's us, right? So I do feel that Jennie is very good at seeing things from a very different point of view, because she's able to kind of see, like, the other side of the coin. So if someone is presenting themselves in one way, Jennie is very good at also seeing the shadow behind that person, right? Being able to see all of those things that person may not really want to show right off the bat to other people. So in that sense, that good perception that Jennie has, and the ability that she has to see those little details is something that really helps her gut feeling just react instantly and be like, okay, red flags, or, oh, this person's good, go ahead, you got the green light to just go forward and interact with this person. Now, on the other hand, the cards that represent Lisa in this connection is the Six of Wands, which talks about victory, which talks about celebration, someone that is being given credit for the work that they've done and the successes that they've carried in life. But then we have the Magician reversed. So this tells me that Lisa is the type of person that feels usually very happy, very content, very satisfied, and she feels like there's something to always celebrate when she's in this, when she's with Jennie, right? She may feel like, oh, maybe Jennie praises her a lot, or maybe Lisa feels like she's able to see her accomplishments when she's with Jennie, or something along those lines. There might be, I haven't really gotten into the other part of their cards yet, but there might be a chance that Jennie kind of just tells Lisa the things that Lisa doesn't really see about herself, and because of that, Lisa is able to feel a lot more fulfilled and a lot more accomplished. Because the Magician reverse kind of makes me feel that Lisa doesn't really see herself super successful, because I do feel that Lisa is super ambitious. So whatever goals she has in mind, she's constantly trying to manifest them. So the Magician reverse makes me think of someone that is constantly working to make their manifestations become 3D or become physical, or like a reality, trying to bring all of the ideas she has in her head and bring them into the 3D world and make them a bit more real. But with a Magician being reversed, it tells me that she could be working on so many things at once that she's not able to fully celebrate the things that she does manage to manifest, and she's always constantly thinking of the next project and the next project and the next project. So with having that type of mentality, for Lisa, it could end up becoming a constant need to work and work and work, and she could always feel like unsatisfied or unfulfilled because she's not able to fully celebrate those little victories that are helping her see the progress that she has done. She's always constantly looking towards the future, that she's not able to focus in the present moment, or even appreciate the past of her long journey in her life. So that seems to be like the type of dynamic that they have. But let's just get onto the other cards and see. So how does Jennie see Lisa? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Good. And how does Lisa see Jennie? We have the Four of Wands. This is actually pretty nice. So with the Queen of Pentacles, the way that Jennie sees Lisa is as someone that has the ability to make anything happen. Jennie sees Lisa as someone that's very generous, someone that's very giving, very caring, very stable. The Queen of Pentacles is Taurus energy, so someone that's very persistent, someone that could even be very stubborn, but someone that is also not necessarily, kind of laser focused, right? So whatever Lisa is working on, Jennie is able to see how Lisa is constantly chugging along and making her dreams come true. Someone that is always putting the work in every single day to make their dreams happen, or whatever goals they have in mind. Jennie's able to see that long path that Lisa has to cover to reach those goals. But also Jennie is able to see how Lisa loves to give to other people, because the Queen of Pentacles is a very generous individual, someone that has a very healthy relationship with their money, with the material things in life, with their career as well. And in this case, it's a very nurturing energy as well. With that Taurus energy, all I'm thinking is someone that loves to give gifts, someone that loves to provide for other people and care for other people in that sense. So I do feel that in this case, Jennie sees Lisa as this individual that is very hardworking, someone that can go slow and steady to reach their dreams. Because one thing that Tauruses are known for, which is the sign that represents the Queen of Pentacles, is someone that is very persistent, someone that is constantly slow and steady, but definitely always going towards their goal, whatever that is. And that's why they're kind of laser focused, but not necessarily to the point that I will, for example, consider an Aries to be laser focused. It's like, this is all I will think of. No, Taurus is able to see the bigger picture a little bit more. And being able to, they're a bit more present in their path. Oh, whoops, I just hit the camera. On the other hand, the way that Lisa sees Jennie is the Four of Wands. So Lisa feels very at home with Jennie. She feels like they're, again, another card about like celebration, right? The Four of Wands could be about home, or someone that feels very secure and very stable. Because of the number 4, we're talking about security. We're talking about someone that is very stable and grounded, right? This makes me think that Lisa sees how Jennie is someone that she can feel very comfortable with, someone that she can feel very at home with, someone that she can feel safe and secure when they're together. So I do feel that Jennie has provided some sort of home or some sort of familiarity for Lisa to feel a lot more satisfied, or to feel a lot more comfortable, or just to feel like she belongs. I do feel this Four of Wands has just created this safe space for Lisa, and that's something that she sees Jennie carry. Like, maybe Jennie is just very good at making people comfortable. I guess that the High Priestess energy that Jennie has is the energy that gives her the ability to just know and see what makes other people feel comfortable, and just make people feel pretty content within the aura or within the space that Jennie is in. But let's go on to the next card and see how they usually spend their time together. So how do Jennie and Lisa spend their time together? So 2 cards popped up. We have Eunoia, everything in perfect balance, and we have Mosaic with let chance play its creative role in your life. So it kind of feels that the way that they like to spend their time together is not necessarily a 3D. It's not like, how should I put it? It's not like, oh, they like to go eat together or they like to hang out together. It's not super material or physically easy to explain. It's more about the vibes and the energy, right? So the way that they like to spend their time together is usually they like to do things or talk about things that allows both of their energy to kind of come back into equilibrium, right? Just to bring themselves back together, which I feel that was a similar energy that Jennie had with Jisoo when I read for them. So maybe that's just the energy Jennie has. I'm not too sure. But this, with everything in perfect balance, makes me think that I don't think Jennie and Lisa are polar opposites, but they do have maybe a common goal or a common way of wanting to live life that allows both of them to just coexist in a way that brings balance to both of them and kind of grounds them back to who they are as individuals. So with everything in perfect balance makes me think that when they come together, they do things or talk about things, or maybe just being in the same space allows for both of them to just kind of bring themselves back together, to recalibrate their goals or to recalibrate their energy, so it's back to this whatever base they're on, and kind of bring their fundamentals, their foundation back into power somehow. So just bringing themselves back together, basically. And with the Mosaic, with let chance play its creative role in your life, it gives me this sense of kind of, you know how Mosaic is like little pieces put together to create this beautiful image, usually, right? So it makes me think that when they're together, they're able to like pick up the little pieces. So if something wrong happens when they're hanging out together, they're able to like reinvent themselves or recreate themselves or bring themselves back together. May it be by mending old wounds, or may it be by understanding the situations that they're in. So they might be very good at just talking to each other, but I don't think it's that straightforward. I think that maybe just seeing how the other one is doing and the goals that they have on their own as individual could be a very healing experience for both of them. Just seeing how one is able to create this beautiful space and how the other is able to just constantly work towards their goal could be very inspirational for the other one. And that's creating like this healing energy of being able to bring themselves back together and like kind of energizing each other to continue forward, and also feeling a lot more put together, if that makes sense. So yeah, I do feel that there's this sense of like maybe they don't go out of their way to make this happen. It could just be that they just kind of hang out and it works like that. That's just the energy that they have as a connection. So I do feel that that's a very interesting way of, I guess, spending time together. It's not super straightforward. They could just be coexisting in the same room, and that's enough for both of them to just have a good time. You know how apparently I learned that the way that children usually play, it's called parallel playing. So it's two people doing, two little kids doing the same activity, but they're not doing it together. They could be just drawing at the same time, but they're kind of still doing their own thing. And that's a form of them hanging out and playing together. So I do feel that this kind of the dynamic that Jennie and Lisa have when it comes to how they spend their time together. They're both doing their own thing, and they could just be in the same space, and that's giving both of them the ability to just feel at home and feel pretty content and supported. But let's go on to the next section of this reading, which is what do they like about each other? So what does Jennie like about Lisa? We have the Two of Pentacles. Good. And what does Lisa like about Jennie? Oi, chill. I'll take these two cards because they came facing up. I think Lisa has a lot to say about Jennie, but let's start with what Jennie has to say though. So the thing that Jennie likes about Lisa, we have the Two of Pentacles. So this kind of shows that Jennie really likes how Lisa is very balanced. It's an individual that has very good time management. So here we saw how Lisa is always working towards goals. She's always doing something, always very ambitious, always aiming to reach all sorts of ideas, paths, and journeys that she has put for herself. And I think Jennie really likes how Lisa has this ability to just kind of do everything at once, always doing one thing and then another and then another and then another. So I do sense that the main theme or this Two of Pentacles, aside from being balanced, is someone that is very good with their time management. It feels like Lisa may have the ability to always be juggling a bunch of things at once, and Jennie seems to really admire that, or really like how Lisa is able to just get everything done and is able to like, even though Lisa may be very busy, Jennie really admires how Lisa is able to always put the right amount of energy on all her projects, even if they're all going on at once. Lisa may be very good at figuring out what to prioritize and what not to prioritize, and that could be also why she sees Lisa as this Queen of Pentacles, right? Someone that is very hardworking and someone that is constantly, very persistent and slow and steady reaching those goals, right? Because of that time management that Lisa has, she could be very good at being like, okay, at this time I'm going to do this, and this other time I'm going to do this other thing, so I have this window to work on this other project. And that's how she's like doing like one step at a time, accomplishing her goals. On the other hand, the thing that Lisa likes about Jennie, we have this Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Hierophant. So these cards are very earthy. They're, funnily enough, they're both Virgo energy. So this is, okay, I lied. Never mind. I thought this was a Hermit for a minute. The Hermit is Taurus energy, actually. So they're both earth signs anyway. So this kind of shows that the thing that Lisa really likes about Jennie is the stability that Jennie carries with her, is the ability to just kind of stay very loyal to her values and her morals and what her beliefs are, and kind of be an unshakable force when it comes to that. So with this Knight of Pentacles reversed, it kind of shows that, so the Knight of Pentacles is usually an individual that is analyzing whatever's in front of them, whatever it is that they have in front of them. Usually the Knight of Pentacles is holding this coin to their face, and they're kind of looking at it, analyzing it, looking at all the details. So with it being reversed, I do feel that there's this sense of moving forward though. Yeah, I think that Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight of all of tarot, right? Out of the four of them, that's the slowest one. So I do feel that there's this sense that despite Jennie being very good at analyzing and observing and looking at situations and understanding people and all of that, Jennie doesn't hold back from taking action. She still does what she has to do, and she's able to manage by the rules, because the Hierophant, it talks about it could be a teacher, it could be a leader, it could be someone that is very knowledgeable about just how things work. There's a sense of just having wisdom, just understanding things, and being very stable, very, very wise as well. It's definitely someone that has experience and has the knowledge, and also has the stories of like, oh, this happened to me and this other thing happened to me and I remember when this happened. So definitely the anecdotes that can back up the, I guess, the studies and the book knowledge and the theories of how things should work, right? So I do feel that the thing that Lisa really likes about Jennie is not only her wisdom and her knowledge, but also her way of making things happen. So with a Hierophant, it definitely makes me think of someone that follows the rules, but also someone that's very patient and very calculative. Well, with these two cards, it makes me think that Jennie is an individual that, besides always thinking and observing and constantly analyzing and planning, she's also very good at just taking action within that, right? Because with the Knight of Pentacles, it could be a slow and steady, but I do feel that Jennie in this case is someone that doesn't stand still for too long. She knows when to take action. She knows when to make things happen. I do feel that Jennie is the type of person that is kind of like a crocodile when they're getting food, right? They're very still, they're very calm, and when they get the opportunity, they go for it. So it may look like crocodiles are just like lazy, like in the water just floating, but no, they're waiting for their food and the right time to attack. So I do feel that Jennie is that type of energy, right? It may seem like she's just planning and doing nothing and being nonchalant, but no, she is just waiting for the right time to make her move and just achieve her goals and her dreams. And since we have Pentacle energy right here, I do feel that this is in regards to her career or whatever material goals Jennie may have. That's what Lisa likes. Now let's go on to the next one, which is what have they learned from each other? So what has Jennie learned from Lisa? Well, it's 3 cards. That's fine. That's fine. I can read 3 cards. And what has Lisa learned from Jennie? Oh, that's nice. That's actually very nice. Okay, so I'll start with Jennie. So the thing that Jennie has learned from Lisa, we have the 8 of Cups reverse, Judgment, and the 3 of Pentacles reverse. Okay, I think I can see where this is coming from. So the 8 of Cups reverse makes me think of someone that doesn't give up, right? So the thing that Jennie has learned from Lisa is how to be persistent, how to keep going, because the 8 of Cups, I think I know why I say the 8 of Coins, but the 8 of Cups talks about someone that doesn't feel emotionally satisfied with the situation they're in, and they have to walk away from it. They're like, this may have a lot to offer, but it's not what I'm looking for. It's not the complete picture. There's still things that have to be worked on, or it's definitely not the cup of tea that, Jennie could be going for. So she goes like, you know what? I'm walking away from this. This is not it, right? So even if the path ahead is still going to be filled with challenges and difficulties, the 8 of Cups talks about someone that is walking away from that situation. But with this card being reversed, I do feel that the thing that Jennie has learned from Lisa, and it has been very consistent with the other cards that have come up, is her ability to persist and continue approaching and achieving her goals. So this makes me think that this doesn't mean that Jennie is staying with all of her problems and all of her issues and is like, I'm gonna power through. No, this is the energy of Jennie being able to, okay, let me analyze the situation a bit further and see, am I giving up because I'm not satisfied with the results I'm getting, or am I walking away from this because it's genuinely not what I'm looking for? So I do feel that Lisa has kind of taught Jennie to actually double check and rethink her decisions sometimes and make sure that it's not out of dissatisfaction or impulse or, this need of wanting things quickly, right? So being able to continue persisting towards her goals and making sure that it is something that she actually wants. And I mentioned earlier by accident the 8 of Pentacles, and I was like, oh no, I messed up. It's actually the 8 of Cups. But the fact that I mentioned the 8 of Pentacles, it makes me think that this could be in relationship to her work, right? So Jennie has had the ability to persist in perfecting her craft, learning new things, and has persisted in making sure that her work is top notch or to her satisfaction. So I do feel that which are things that kind of come with the 8 of Pentacles. That's why I'm mentioning that. So this could be in relation to her career. The other card that we have is Judgment. So the other thing that Jennie has learned from Lisa is how to have better judgment, better reasoning, better understanding, being able to assess the situation a bit better and have a more logical explanation to how things are, have better reasoning, clearing her judgment, clearing her ability to understand her mind, her heart, and her environment, right? So this Judgment card makes me think that Jennie has been a lot more honest and a lot more true to her inner callings or her life purpose, but also she has had this ability to actually understand the situation she's under. This is Pluto energy, so this makes me think that Jennie has gone through this huge transformation that allows her to fully understand how she feels and see the bigger picture of her situation, and being able to not go on impulse and be like, yeah, this is not what I want, but she's able to get this knowledge and this wisdom and be like, okay, why is it that I don't want this? And then be able to have a better explanation to herself and be like, yeah, this, I genuinely don't want this, instead of being like clouded by this judgment of dissatisfaction, and that's why she's walking away. Like, oh yeah, it's because I haven't done enough, right? Like, she now knows, she's able to see clearly why she's walking away from different situations, which could be the reason why we have the high priestess right here. She's more aware of her subconscious, which makes her have a lot more, I guess, better, not educated, but a better understanding of her decisions. And the last card that we have right here is the Three of Pentacles reverse. So the Three of Pentacles talks about people working together in a project, a bunch of experts coming together to bring their knowledge into a project and making it happen, But with this being reversed, I kind of feel that there's this sense of independence. There's this sense of working alone and doing her own thing. So I do feel that Jennie really, she has learned how to bring herself, not necessarily, I'm debating if this means that Jennie has learned how to work on her own, or if Jennie has learned to, how should I put this, to value her own work and her own contributions to a group, and be able to say, this is what I'm good at, this is the knowledge and the experience that I'm bringing to the group, and this is how I'm contributing to this group work, right? So this is in relation to her career as well, since it's Pentacles energy. So I do feel that there's this sense of like, Jennie has learned from Lisa how to bring into, or she's working or learning how to work with other people by being able to put herself first, if that makes sense. It's kind of like Jennie has learned how to put the cards on the table and be like, this is what I have to offer, this is how I can help you, that kind of thing. Not necessarily going out of her way to do new things and go above and beyond, but more like, okay, this is what I can do, this is what I can offer, take it or leave it, that type of mentality. I don't feel that this Three of Pentacles reverse is too harsh on her. I just feel that it's supposed to kind of show a different way of seeing group work and collaborations. On the other hand, the thing that Lisa has learned from Jennie, this is super positive, very straightforward, is independence. Lisa has learned how to be independent, how to make her paradise happen, how to feel fulfilled with her career, with herself, how to have a healthy relationship with her money, how to manage it even. This Nine of Pentacles, the imagery on this one is someone playing the piano. So maybe Lisa has learned how to be a better musician, how to polish her skills as an idol and as an artist, being able to polish her musical ability maybe, but also just to be very happy, very satisfied, very content, doing things in a very joyous way, very happy, very satisfied and fulfilled from knowing that this is what she wants, right? So I do feel that Lisa has learned from Jennie how to just be very satisfied with life, and just how to feel more fulfilled, and how to feel a lot more independent, in a way feeling in control of the things that she can do as an individual, as an independent woman, right? So I do feel that Jennie has carried herself in such a way that Lisa has really admired, and from there just learned how to be her own person and how to work with the things that she has, and all of those things that make her feel powerful and make her feel like she can do anything. Pretty positive. As I mentioned, it was very straightforward. So now let's go into the last card, which is, why did Lisa and Jennie meet? Why did Lisa and Jennie meet? The card that we have here is tangibility with make your dreams real. So why did they meet? So they can continue encouraging each other to just make their dreams come true. It's very straightforward as well. The way they meet is just to continue helping each other unlock their new abilities, as I mentioned earlier, to create this space to bring themselves back together and to parallel play in life, right? Just doing their own thing is very helpful for the other one to learn from it, to feel supported, to feel very fulfilled, and also in a way to learn different ways of doing things, in different ways to get to different places. So I do feel that I don't know how close they are physically, as in like, oh, do they always hang out? Do they always send messages? Do they always do this and that? I don't know how close they are physically, but definitely their energies have created a very long long-lasting, lingering. They have created a very strong impression on each other that has impacted their way of carrying themselves as individuals. So I do feel that the reason that they met was to just make their ideas and their emotions a lot more tangible, a lot of, making them a lot more real or easier to understand and work with. So kind of grounding those ideas and grounding those emotions in a way that can be understood with our 3D physical ability, I guess, life and ability of understanding it as we see life, if that makes sense. So I'll leave it there. I hope you guys like this video. This one was very interesting. I really like the dynamic that they both have. They're very strong individuals that are very sure of who they are, and they just kind of bring this beautiful energy of just what I believe people should do, right? Just do your own thing, and that will easily just inspire other people and help them do their own thing as well. Of course, they're in the same in the same industry, so it might be easier to understand each other, but I do feel that it's weird because I don't know how close they actually are, but at least their energy has influenced each other in such a way that has made them grow as individuals, and I really admire this type of connection that they have. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I'll see you in the next one, whenever that is, and love and healing for my part to you. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.